The Parachain auctions could happen any day this week. We're just waiting for the official announcement from Kusama themselves, from the Kusama devs on Twitter. We can't wait for that, of course, because as you know, when they launch, there's going to be a lot of hype from Kusama, a lot of price action on Kusama. People are going to be FOMOing in, especially with the price being so low. It has been getting a lot of coverage recently. I know that guy from Coin Bureau also covered Kusama over the weekend. He's done a dedicated review on Kusama, so it's back into the spotlight once again now, and the price has been doing extremely well from yesterday's dump, actually from Saturday's dump, because it went as low as $265 on Saturday and it came back to 333, and now it's pulling back a little bit, but it just recently touched 333. We're going to take a look at the price on Binance as well and talk about that. How high could it potentially go, in my opinion? And we're going to talk about the redenomination, because that's what you may be interested in. So regarding that proposal which was submitted a while back and it didn't actually pass through, but apparently there are talks now within the Kusama community to push another proposal for the redenomination of 100 to 1. So just imagine if we're going to get Kusama with a total supply of 965 million, which would put it close to Polkadot's 1 billion. This video is sponsored by Polkadex. Polkadex will be a substrate-based DEX with an order book, but it's really going to be much more than that. Polkadex is powered by the PDEX token, which is currently trading on various exchanges as an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain, which will follow a migration to Substrate and be integrated into Polkadot JS, Polkadot's web wallet. Polkadex are essentially going to be the trading engine for Web3 and DeFi. There'll be a decentralized peer-to-peer order book-based crypto exchange for the DeFi ecosystem on Substrate. Some of the core features are trustless cross-chain transfers, planned bridges between various blockchains, and 0% trading fees for PDEX holders. Some of their other important features are high-frequency trading, an IDO palette to hold initial decentralized offerings on their DEX, a fiat gateway to be able to purchase crypto using your debit card, a decentralized KYC option to store your identity data within your wallet and not on the platform, NFTs. The Polkadex NFTs will gamify the trading ecosystem to make it more fun for users, a new token generation feature. Token generated on Polkadex will have native support for cross-chain transfers to other parachains and networks connected to their ecosystem. High liquidity with the help of decentralized KYC system, and finally, forkless upgrades thanks to the power of Substrate. The team consists of Vivek and Gotham with extensive experience in development and with passion for building on Substrate, Deepansh, who's in charge of their operations, and Xenia, who's managing their marketing and does a great job at it. Now, their testnet is due to launch at the end of May or at the end of June of 2021, and their mainnet will likely launch on the Kusama Parachain around August of this year. Thank you for watching. Because of those block rewards that get generated, right? Those block rewards are being distributed to not only the validators themselves, but also to the nominators, people that are helping support the network by putting weight on the network, by staking, right? So yeah, I don't actually see anything negative with that, and then maybe now it could open your eyes as to the potential of Kusama being a 2.8 billion market cap and being Polkadot's little brother or the wild cousin, whatever you want to call it. It has exactly the same potential as Polkadot. So in reality, its market cap should be much closer to Polkadot. So that's why Kusama has a lot of upside movement still, has a lot of fuel still, even though you may say, well, it's already 330x from the all-time low. But back then it was considered just a testnet. It was just a testnet narrative, which made people, ignore it. And it was also the bear market as well. We were only starting with the bull market. It was still very much in the bear market. We actually suffered that dump as well back on the 13th of March of 2020. Remember that? So yeah, having Kusama at 965 million total supply, priced at around $3.30, that would put us to the similar price of what DOT was on back in July or August of 2020, okay, when it first launched on Binance and on all those exchanges. So not many people were buying DOT right then and then. They were just waiting, they were trying to read about it, trying to understand, because DOT is complicated, right? And so is Kusama. So imagine having Kusama priced in at $3.32. Just think about it. Like, think about getting DOT at $3.32 now. Knowing what you know now, seeing what you've seen now with the chart. how bullish would you be about that, right? So it's a no-brainer here that Kusama has a lot of upside potential, and we could see Kusama breaking above $1,000 before the end of this year easily. And now I have done a price prediction video assuming that the bull run is going to continue, but knowing that the parachain auctions are going to go live any moment now, I think that Kusama is going to decouple from Bitcoin, in the sense that even if Bitcoin dumps, as long as it's not a major dump like 30-40% correction, even more, which would confirm the bull market pretty much, then we could see Kusama break above $1,000 because of its demand. There's going to be demand. It's going to get locked up. People are not going to be able to panic sell, even if they want to. They will be able to panic sell the tokens that they're going to get from the token sale, from the crowd sale, but they're not going to be able to sell Kusama. They could turn themselves upside down, roll themselves on the floor, and they're not going to be able to sell it, right? So think about that. Think about that potential as to why Kusama is going to be so valuable. And then, of course, DOT is going to follow. But again, with Kusama, like I said, the market cap is still very low. So yes, I'm super hyped about Kusama. But now let's take a look at the price. And actually, before we look at the price for Kusama, I just wanted to talk about this. I was actually meant to talk about this in the last video and I completely forgot about it. Centrifuge is actually trading at $10.49. It had a major correction here. It was actually $15. But remember that Centrifuge was bought during the token sale for 55 or 56 cents, right? If you were lucky enough to get it. I didn't get lucky enough to get it, unfortunately. Some people in my community did. It is what it is. It's not the end of the world, right? It was a $500 token sale, so that $500 is going to be worth a lot, but it's also going to dump a lot when they're going to distribute CFG to the people that have made it, right? Because they're going to be doing that distribution in mid-July. And we've got a month and a half till then, so what could happen till then, right? Of course, we're going to see a major price correction with CFG, or maybe not, who knows, right? But it is trading on this small exchange here, BitZ. I have heard of this exchange before. I've seen it with other tokens. It's a very, very small exchange with a lot of fake liquidity, by the way, so I don't personally recommend this exchange, but just know that it's there, and just be careful, because when those people that got into the token sale and also the private sale investors and so on get their unlocks, they're going to dump the price hard. Even if Centrifuge is a really good project, I just don't see the value right now until all the tokens are in circulation. That's when we're going to see the real price of Centrifuge, and that's when I would be potentially looking for an entry into Centrifuge, because I do want to hold some, of course, just not now. Considering that the total supply is over 440 million, this is way overpriced in my opinion, okay? In my opinion. Now let's take a look at Kusama here. So like I said, it was actually pushing to, went to 333.68. As you can see here, it's riding so nicely here, and this is on the 1 hour chart. As you can see, 258 on Sunday, had this huge pop up here to 310, crashed back down to 283, and then up, down, up, down, up, down. And even this pullback was really, really small here, and now we're seeing this push to the upside here. So I could expect Kusama to form kind of like a triangle here and to possibly pull down more and go back to this area of here of around $300 to $305 maybe on the pullback. But it depends, right? Because again, it has dumped quite a lot if you think about it. And with the Parachain auction announcement anytime now, I do think that Kusama has a good chance to push further up to the upside now. But we have to remember the resistance areas, because they're very critical, right? So where do we have resistance? Well, the last time we've actually tried to push to the upside and we failed was around the 365 area. So you can see here 360 to 365 area. We had one attempt here, second attempt here, and we failed. Here it was almost there, but not really, right? It tried, but it didn't really get to it. It went to 340 and then down we went. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna have some struggle here on this area here, and also around the 370 to 380 area we're gonna encounter some resistance here. But once that's broken, and I do think that we're gonna fly through that resistance when they announce the official Parachain auctions launch, the crowd sale launch, when people are gonna say, okay, now I'm ready with my KSM, now I'm gonna start bidding for my favorite projects, whatever they may be. Again, I have done a video talking about all the different Canary networks on Kusama, so do check that out on the top right hand corner if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Library, I'm actually going to post a link in the description of this video for you to check it out, and not Library but Odyssey, because for the websites you have to go to Odyssey. So do follow me on there as well if you want. If something ever happens to my YouTube channel, I will be uploading to Odyssey, so do follow me there, please. The link will be found in the description of this video. I would very much appreciate it. It's a decentralized video streaming platform. So yeah, again, for Kusama, I'm super hyped about Kusama. I think it's going to encounter, like I said, some resistance around this area, 360 to 380. But once that's broken, then we're off to the races here for Kusama because of the crowd sale, pretty much. And one other thing I want to talk about with the crowd sale is in relation to the fact that the US and Canadian customers are not going to be able to take part in the crowd sale for Moon River. Okay, so that is sad news because apparently they're going to be checking your IP address. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. I don't believe they're going to ask you for KYC, but they'll know which country you're from. So apparently they're not going to allow US and Canadian customers and some other countries as well. There's a full list of countries which they're not going to allow. But US and Canada have a large market, so that's going to impact it. Now Sherpa X have said that they have no problem with any kind of bans or anything like that or restrictions. So if you want to take part in the Sherpa X crowd sale as a US customer, you can do so, or Canadian. So that's great to hear, right? But again, the rest of the world can take part without any issues whatsoever in the Moon River crowd sale. Karura have not announced anything as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong. Maybe there are some restrictions with Karura too. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's because they want to list on Kraken, and maybe Kraken are quite restrictive in that sense, and I don't know. But it definitely sucks, right, to know that if you're from the US, you cannot take part in the Moon River token sale or crowd sale on Kusama, because it's all about decentralization. You're not really sending your tokens away, right? You're actually locking them up for 48 weeks. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me why we're having this restriction. But it is what it is, right? It's once again against freedom. So yeah, it's sad. So yeah, this is pretty much it here. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this proposal here for Kusama. You can see there have been 2 proposals submitted here. We don't know what they actually are. But like I said, there are discussions now with regards to this proposal of the redenomination. If it does happen, and that's going to be pretty good in a way. Maybe, in my opinion, I would prefer if it stays this way, just because, you know, having lower supply can push the price higher. But also psychologically speaking, when people see the price of a token at $3.30, or let's say it's going to be $4, maybe even $5, then it's going to be psychologically easier to buy into it than if you see something at $330 something, and then you're thinking, well, maybe I cannot own an entire coin, or maybe I can only own a few coins, right? So yeah, there are people that would think this way, and hence why they've been buying stuff like Bitcoin Cash or other forms of Bitcoin for the same reason, right? Psychological impact of the price, not being able to own one entire coin. So yeah, we're waiting for this now, for these parachain auctions to finally begin here. We still can't see Karura here. They still haven't been added to this list. I've updated the metadata on the Polkadot JS wallet. But again, if you go to network and you go to parachains, this is where you're going to be able to take part. Also in the crowd loan section here, and then there's the auction section for the bids for those projects that have their own stake of KSM and they want to bond as a parachain. And then crowd loan, of course, is for the people that are interested to take part and to help a project bond as a parachain. So that's it from today's video. I just wanted to quickly share my thoughts on that and kind of let you know what I think, and also let me know what you think. Are you hyped? I mean, are you eager? Not only hyped about the parachain auctions and the crowd sales, but are you eager to see this redenomination for Kusama, to see it the same as Polkadot, so that it's priced less? What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.